to this beat.
Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel Gamecocks every single day. Thank you for tuning in because you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. We got a good one today, y'all. I said we got a good one today, y'all. We are breaking down big game, Palmetto State rival, the team that we love to hate, that team in orange. We're breaking that game down. It's going down tomorrow night, 6 o'clock p.m. on ESPN2. It's Clemson. We're going to talk about that. We're going to break down all the different matchups that's going to go on in this game. Point guard versus point guard, shooting guard versus shooting guard, all those cool things that we like to talk about. Follow me on Instagram at Captain Will the OG. Follow me on Twitter at Gamecocks Talk. And of course, follow me on YouTube, Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. So you'll get all the updates and notifications of when a new show is happening. We're doing a live show tomorrow night after this big game. South Carolina women's basketball, the three-time national champions, look to go 3-0 versus the Clemson Tigers. Let's do this. There are so many game previews, so many pre-game shows that's out there. And I think sometimes I call them like generic. Some of them are so, you already know what they're going to say before they even say it. You already know. You know, some of the run-of-the-mill type pre-game shows. Well, here's the deal. That's not Captain Will. That is not Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. We different. And thank you for being part of this different process. I'm coming to you live. Well, not really live. By the time you see it, it's not live. But I'm coming to you in an undisclosed location that Wifey Will got me at. But I still got to do my show. Can we discuss? Can we have a conversation about this point guard duel that's going on tomorrow night? Can we have that conversation, family? Can we do that? Raven Hollywood Johnson is playing her best basketball as a South Carolina Gamecock. Yes, we can elate. We can say, we can scream it from the mountaintops. And Raven Johnson is balling. I can make the case that Raven Johnson, through 2 basketball games, is the best player on this basketball team. I can make that statement. I mean, the numbers kind of speak for themselves anyway. 25 minutes, 11 points, shooting 62% from the field, shooting 57% from 3, averaging 7 rebounds, averaging 9 assists, 3 steals, offensive rating of 162.5, defensive rating of 53, 4th in the country, 4th in the NCAA in assists per basketball game. 1st in the SEC in assist percentage. 2nd in the SEC in defensive rating. 5th in the SEC in offensive rating. Those stats alone speak volumes of how well she is playing this season through 2 basketball games. Should I say that she's 7th in the SEC in three-point percentage so far? Should I say that she's 10th in the SEC in steals per game? I could go on and on and on about what Raven Hollywood Johnson has done thus far for the South Carolina women's basketball team. Looks like a pretty good decision to come back one more year, huh? Looks like a pretty good decision of going on and working on that shot during the summer. It's looking real nice. Looks like a really pretty good decision of Ta'Niya Latson showing up to play with her homegirl. Looks really good. Y'all see that pace of play that South Carolina playing. Y'all see that 70-foot pass that Raven Johnson threw on the other night. Y'all see how good this basketball team will and could be. And the catalyst for all of that is Raven Johnson. Now, Clemson got a good one too now. I'm not going to front. Maya Moore is nice. 30 minutes, getting you about 19 points, shooting 61% from the field, 33% from three, get you about 8 rebounds, 4 assists, a couple of steals, a block, a couple of turnovers. She got a very good offensive rating, 137.8. She got a defensive rating of 67.8. She is nice, but she has not seen a player like Raven. She has not. Colonial Life Arena, when Miss Moore sees Raven for 30-plus minutes on tomorrow night, it's like entering jail because she about to get locked up. It's about to be a problem. Clemson is playing, and we'll talk about Clemson in terms of team stats in a little bit, but Clemson's playing the best team. They're going to play all season. I don't care who is it, who in the ACC. It makes no difference who it is. They are playing the best team they're going to play this season, currently ranked number 2 in the net rankings, and they're about to get found out. Clemson is an up-and-coming team. Currently, right now, as it's constituted on November 10th, they have the number 1 ranked recruiting class next season. So they're on the rise. We ain't talking about next year or 2 years from now. We're talking about this year and what they're about to get from South Carolina, starting with Raven Johnson. Something different about Clemson that fans will see tomorrow, immediately. Clemson basically plays 5 guards. They're going to shoot a bunch of 3-pointers. They're going to launch them up. Here's the problem for Clemson, amongst a bunch of problems that they have. We got a player, a transfer. You might have heard of her. Might have. Transfer from Mississippi State, from Kenya. Played in Kenya for 2 years, played in Mississippi State 1 year. You might have heard of her. If you have not, Clemson, I don't know how you're going to deal with this phenomenon by the name of Madina Okot. I don't know what you're going to do. She's 6'6", while y'all play mostly 5 guards. I don't know what you're going to do. Yeah, you can bring her out to the 3-point line. Try to stretch the flow. Try to bring out the paint. Good luck with that. Good luck. Because on the other end, y'all got to deal with that monstrosity down low. And y'all can't. Y'all can't. She getting you 20 minutes, only 20 minutes. Getting you 13 points, 71% from the field, about 8 rebounds, assists, steal, couple assists, steal, couple of blocks. Playing terrific basketball. And they're not just the size or the strength. She's number 2 in the SEC in offensive rating. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. She's 5th in the SEC in field goal percentage. That's pretty good too. 9th in the SEC in blocks per game, while only getting 20 minutes per game. You have a player with a defensive rating of 59.9 to go along with a point guard with a defensive rating, 53? The point guard center combination of Raven and Madina should be chronicled in the annals of South Carolina women's basketball. And I think it will when the season's over. This is a special combination. And when you play players at 6'1", start in the post, trying to deal with Madina, there's going to be a situation. I don't care if it's Damara Hines, who's getting you about 17 minutes, 7 points, about 7 rebounds. I don't care who it is. It's going to be problems. Clemson is not built The way it's currently constructed is not built to deal with a player like Madina. It's not. And then when she come off the court, you got Adhel, who's 6'5". She come off the court, you got Maryam Dauda, who's 6'4". You got Joyce Edwards, who's 6'3", who could legitimately play center for this basketball team, playing the way we play in this fast pace. And that's a whole nother story for a whole different day. But there is going to be I don't know how they are going to deal with the size and the physicality of our basketball team, starting with Madina. I don't know how they're going to do it. I know the refs are quick with the whistle this year. Y'all need to go back to the lab with a pen and a pad and work on those things, because South Carolina is big and strong. I literally saw people bouncing off of Madina the other night. I'm just saying, I don't know how strong she is. I really don't know. Is she 6'6"? I don't know. She looks like she's 6'12". I'm just keeping it real. And I know 6'12" is not a measurement, but she looked like she's 6'12" on the court. She's just so much bigger than everybody else. Clemson, good luck with that. And it's good luck. Speaking of Joyce Edwards, if Raven isn't playing the best on this basketball team, Joyce Edwards is. Joyce is getting you 26 minutes. She's getting you about 19 points. She's getting you 5 rebounds, shooting 70% for the field. She was 11 for 12 from the field the other night. She's getting you 2 assists, 3 blocks, 1 turnover, playing terrific basketball. Joyce is a real deal. Joyce is an All-American playing with a team of all-conference players. And this basketball team. Now, I don't want to get into the conversation of talking about, where I think the accolade is going to lie after 2 games and in terms of like over the course of 35 games in the season. But if this team plays the way I think it plays and these players play up to their capability, you could have 2 players in the All-American race. I know UConn has 2 players in the All-American race with AZ Flood and Sarah Strong. Well, I believe that Joyce Edwards, Ta'Niya Latson, potentially Raven Johnson as well could be in those conversations too. I just keep it real. Joyce is averaging 6. She's 6 in the conference in terms of points per game. Okay, while only playing 26 minutes. She's 8th in the SEC in field goal percentage. She's 9th in the SEC in blocks per game. She is playing terrific basketball. There is not a forward in the ACC that can deal with Joyce Edwards. Not now one. Nobody. That's how good she is. What Clemson hopes is she's way off tomorrow night. That's their only shot in dealing with Joyce Edwards. Because if Joyce Edwards is average, she's going to dominate Clemson tomorrow night. That's his average. If she's great, you're talking about 30-point game. She had 24 points the other night, and I had to check the scoreboard myself because it didn't look right. That's how well she was playing. When you get that many points and you only take 12 shots, you're playing some terrific basketball. We seeing a whole lot of so-called superstars in women's basketball. They're taking a ton of shots. Some inefficient basketball. A lot of these so-called stars. Not on this basketball team. Not at all. Through 2 basketball games, Madina, Joyce, Raven has been spectacular in efficiency. I even got to Ta'Niya Latson. I even got to Tessa Johnson. Those 3 players are playing amazing basketball. And when discussing about Ta'Niya Latson, who's giving you 30 minutes, averaging about 19 points per game, 57% from the field, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, maybe a turnover here or there, getting the offensive rating 143.2, a defensive rating of 77.8. That is what we wanted from her coming from Florida State. That's what we wanted. Team basketball. Not having the highest usage rate in the country like she did at Florida State. Team basketball. Yeah. Tessa Johnson, 30 minutes, 17 points per game, 58% from the field, shooting 46% from 3 this season. I'm telling you this right here. Every time that Tessa shoots the ball, it looks like it's going in. I am surprised when it doesn't go in. Fun fact. Before the game, other night, watching the girls warm up, wifey and I, we're sitting about one row from the court, right court side, and then we one row behind. All right, so their girls are warming up. We did the fast pass thing. If y'all didn't did fast pass, y'all need to check it out. Fast pass is legit. Y'all check out fast pass to get in 30 minutes before the gates open. So the girls are warming up. Everybody's shooting. Tessa took a break, sat down. And I said, Tessa. Well, maybe I said it a little too loud because it scared you. Jump. Jump. She's so cute. So cute. Tessa jump. I said, Tessa, calm down. Relax. It's just me, Captain Will. And I said, Tessa, can you get me 20 tonight? You know what Tessa said? I'm trying, but I'm stuck on 19. That's what Tessa said. She's so cute. She got 2 fouls within the first minute and a half of that basketball game and still finished with 14 points. That's how good Tessa Johnson is. If Tessa would have had a normal Tessa game in terms of minutes played, she would have got 20-plus points in that game. She is a terrific basketball player while being one of our top rebounders on this game and on our team. She's averaging 6 rebounds per game, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Terrific basketball. Clemson got a player in Taylor Johnson-Matthews who Tessa probably get matched up with, throughout the game, who give you about 18 minutes, 12 points, 3 rebounds, a couple assists and so forth. She's a solid player. But these players can't match up with South Carolina. And that's no shade. That's no shade to Clemson whatsoever. I don't like them. Y'all know I don't like them. And if you're a Gamecock fan, you don't like Clemson. And that's in every sport. Basketball, football, equestrian, swimming, spades. I don't know if the girls play spades. I don't know if they do. They better play spades. But if our girls play Clemson in spades, we'll beat them in that too. Just everything. And they're orange. It's just ugly. It's just an ugly color. South Carolina, as I mentioned earlier, is second in net ranking. If we look particularly at the net rankings, Clemson's a good basketball team. They're 63rd currently. Through 1 week of basketball, they are 63rd in terms of net ranking. Carolina's number 2, strength of schedule. Now, this is the crazy thing about it right now at this point, because South Carolina's played 2 average teams. South Carolina's strength of schedule 125th, Clemson's 100. Everything will work out. Ladies and gentlemen, South Carolina's not playing a LSU type schedule, okay? We are playing some tough teams in the non-conference. Trust me, it is happening, okay? We still got Duke. We're going to have UCLA or Texas, in the quote-unquote non-conference. We got Louisville. We got Southern California on Saturday. So this is not the type situation like LSU is not playing a ranked team until the first week of December, and we know what happens to LSU when they play those non-conference teams that are ranked. Remember Colorado? LSU ain't played a ranked team in a non-conference since they opened the season against Colorado. They're like, hell no, we ain't doing that. We are not going to put ourselves in a situation of potentially losing. South Carolina doesn't matter. We want all the smoke. LSU, I'm gonna have a lot to say about y'all this year. So for the fans who watch me from LSU, oh yeah, it's gonna be a fun year. It's gonna be a fun year. But back to what we're talking about with Clemson. So offensive rating for South Carolina currently we 5th. Clemson is 12th. They play efficient basketball so far through 2 basketball games, but they're gonna be playing a defense in South Carolina who is not hitting on every cylinder just yet. Who is good? We have a good defense. We have a great offense. And eventually, so normally the defense sets the standard for Carolina. This year, our offense is better. This could be the best offense South Carolina has ever had in the history of ever. And this is including the three-time national championships that we won. This offense is special in every single way. Offensively, we have no flaws on this basketball team. None. Defensively, there is some kinks in the armor. And especially when you missing, like the last game, we missed one of our best on-ball defenders in Maddy Mouse herself. And then Agot went down. So it's going to falter. Some things going to happen. But we get it straight. One thing I'm not worried about at all is South Carolina having an elite defense. What I am happy about is South Carolina having a special offense. Through 2 basketball games, South Carolina 16 in three-point shooting. That's unbelievable. We're third in 2-point shooting. We're first in field goal percentage. This team is really, really good. Okay? It's really, really good. Obviously, if you're new to Captain Will, I love analytics. I love tracking stats. I love doing those things. And as I move forward this season and have the potential of maybe y'all don't know about this. On Sunday, Gamecocks don't have a game. We play Saturday night, 9:00 Eastern Standard Time, 2100 for my military folks. But on Sunday, me, Captain Will himself, we'll be on the broadcast team on ESPN Plus of Duke and Liberty. Yeah. I'm be like one of them calling the game with a microphone and an earpiece. That's gonna be crazy. But I still gonna love. I love my stats, so that gives be an opportunity in front of a live audience to talk about stats. And of course, I'm gonna shout out South Carolina. I have to. I don't care if I'm talking about Liberty or Duke. I will find a way to talk about Carolina. Trust and believe. But I need y'all to watch that. Games at 2:00 on Sunday. ESPN Plus. I need y'all to do that. Make sure you do that. Carolina is 10th in assists per game in the country. Probably because Raven Johnson's average about 8 assists per game. I hope she has a triple-double tomorrow night against Clemson. I really do. I hope she has a triple-double. But more importantly, I hope she has double-digit assists. Assist-to-turnover ratio right now, South Carolina is 13th in the country. Clemson's 44. Okay? Field goal percentage allowed for Carolina is 6th in the country. That probably is going to stay pretty much the same throughout the season. What I'm trying to say is Clemson's about to get blown out. Clemson's about to get blown out at Colonial Life Arena. If I was a betting man, and of course y'all know I am, Clemson about to lose by at least 25 points on tomorrow night. Yeah. Carolina's going to score 90-plus points again against Clemson. It's an ACC team. It's great for net ranking. It's great for the strength of schedule. It's great for all those different things. You know what's great for me? This is what's great for me. Putting on an ass whooping against Clemson. That's great for me. That's what I want to see. And here's a fun fact as well. My brother is a Clemson fan. Love him to death. But we've been going back and forth, Clemson, Carolina, since we were kids. And I want to continue that. So I need South Carolina to blow Clemson, slam out, just on behalf of me so I can talk crap to my brother. That's all I want. I'm not asking for much. I'm really not. I want to do a shot o'clock tomorrow night around 8:15, talking crap about Clemson. Blowout coming your way, Clemson Tigers. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring the gospel Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now rocking with the best. Since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go.